Welcome back. Let us consider the fifth law of indices. The fifth law of indices has to do with conversion of negative index to positive. How do I mean? The fifth law says that if you have a raised to power negative n is the same thing as 1 over a raised to power n. How have they come about that? Now, we are going to do some manipulations here in order to arrive at this. Okay? And the manipulation is, there's nothing there. What we only need to do is to introduce an index number or index variable, positive one, and use it to multiply this in two places without impeaching the value. Okay? Now, what I mean is that when you have a raised to power n, okay, you can introduce something like a raised to power n multiplied by a raised to power n times a raised to power minus n. Okay, so and at the end of the day, this one will give you a raised to power n times a raised to power minus n all over a raised to power n. Now, apply the first law of indices here. The first law of indices says that when you have multiplication here, then it means you add. So that one says a raised to power m times a raised to power n is equal to a raised to power m plus n. That's what the first law of indices says. So in this case, you have a raised to power n plus minus n all over a raised to power n. Okay, and this one will give you, if you use this plus to multiply minus, you and I know that it will give us minus. So we have a raised to power n minus n all over a raised to power n. Okay, and when you have a raised to power n minus n will give us 0. A raised to power 0 all over a raised to power n. And what is going to be our final answer? Anything raised to power 0, this is the third law of indices. Anything raised to power 0, we have already proved that. You can go back to our previous lectures. So a raised to power 0 is equal to 1. So you can say, but a raised to power 0 is equal to 1. Therefore, a raised to power minus n is equal to 1 all over a raised to power n. Okay, so that is how they have arrived at the result. So a raised to power minus n is equal to 1 over a raised to power n. So this is about the reciprocal. We are going to discuss reciprocal in our next discussion. Reciprocal of what you are having here. So reciprocal is something that has to do with dividing a number, dividing 1 by a given number. So that is what it's all about. So in our next lecture, we are going to discuss that. So, but let's stop here for the next discussion on how we are going to proceed. See you some other time. Bye.